Welcome everyone, this is Dad Joke Cinema. I think at this point it's fair to say that I've been a part of the Palia community for a long time. I joined the Discord in June of 2021, just a few days after it opened to the public. And I don't talk about it very much, but I've been fortunate enough to be involved in testing the game since the first pre-alpha test. I made my first Palia video over a year ago, and I even met my partner in the Palia community. All of this is to say that I've been around for a little bit, and I've seen plenty of misconceptions about the game in that time. Recently, with the increased focus and ramp up to beta and launch, they've only increased. So I'm here to take a shot at walking through my favorite, or least favorite depending on how you look at it, and clear up some of the top misconceptions about Palia. Number 1. When Singularity 6 announced the monetization plan for Palia, it invited a lot of speculation. Having a free-to-play model with a cash shop brought on a tidal wave of comparisons to mobile games and aggressive scammy publishers who lock progression and time skips behind a paywall. It's perfectly fair for players to feel cautious about free-to-play games, but even after a number of videos and the blog post explaining their business model, I still see comments that suggest that the game will be pay to win. So is that true? Well, the first response is of course that in a game with no PvE or PvP, no true competitive gameplay at the start, and a style that is focused on casual play at your own pace, what exactly defines winning in Palia? Some people have said that having premium outfits only available through the cash shop is winning at a life skills game, but with so much of the game loop focused around your house and decorations, what your characters are wearing is only one part of the customization available. Also, the dev team has said that no game functionality, meaning build times, skill levels, whatever, will be placed behind a paywall or affected by something you can buy. You have to take their word for it now, but it would require a full 180 from the philosophy that they've laid out to go that way. And frankly, I think it would destroy the game and the community. At this point, there's nothing we've seen or heard that makes it look like pay to win in Palia. Number 2. Recent updates about the open beta and the Switch launch have given us a bit of insight into where the servers for the game will be located, but that has also created a bit of confusion. The blog post about the beta launch says that Palia is officially available in North America and the Western European regions, and we plan to release more regions over time. Fans of the game outside of North America and Western Europe were afraid that this meant that they wouldn't be able to download the game and play, and that has led to a lot of worry. The devs have done what they can to address this on their Discord, where they've explained that while the servers will be in those two locations, you'll be able to play from anywhere. These are the official locations because those are the only areas where they'll be able to guarantee a good ping and a nearby server, but you're welcome to get the game and connect from Asia, Africa, South America, or an Antarctic research station. Number 3. This is the big one. Around the time that Palia appeared in the Nintendo Direct, a persistent rumor started moving around the Discord and on many YouTube videos, claiming significant concerns about just how massive this MMO really is. The speculation was that when you played Palia, you would join a server and be one of 25 players on that server. That's hardly massive, right? So is Palia an MMO? Well, according to the game director Aiden, Palia is
a cozy community simulation MMO in which you get to be transported into this amazing, whimsical fantasy world, build the house of your dreams, develop relationships with all our unique cast of characters, and of course, most importantly, you get to do this with all your friends. It's a massively multiplayer game where all your friends can be a part of it.
That seems pretty definitive, and they've never wavered from that description of the game being a cozy MMO. But then how do we explain this rumor? Well, the one thing I haven't seen whenever I hear people talk about the 25-player cap is a source. Where did this information come from? Turns out, it's here, on the product information page for the Switch, where you can wishlist Palia. Under the specs for the game, it says multiplayer is 1 to 25 players. You can compare this, of course, to something like Temtem, which says 1 to 999 players, and that certainly seems more massive. However, while we haven't gotten a super clear answer on how everything about the servers work, we do have enough information to piece things together. First, we have a blog from Singularity 6 that was published in early 2021 before Palia was announced. It talks about using optimized machine learning to perform matchmaking, in this case to take a player population that could be in the millions and match you with players in a game session in order to maintain a small town, intimate feel of community. Right as the game was announced, a Singularity 6 dev was asked if there would be one world or different servers all around the world, and they said that you won't choose a server and you'll be allowed to go wherever your friends are, citing only network performance as a limiting factor. Then on the absolutely massive, FAQ section of the support site for Palia, it says that you can become friends with people who aren't in your area, join a party together, and then you will be placed together, or you can manually force yourself into the same area. And finally, during the live stream, someone asked about the 25 player number, and the Palia account replied that 25 people will be able to play together in the Kilima Village area, but it varies per zone, and other zones will be added to the game in the future. All of this points to instancing. You join the game and you get placed into an instance of Kilima Village or some starting zone with other players using the matchmaking methods developed using machine learning. It will likely try to place you with friends, members of your community, or party members. For the village we've seen so much of in the game, which represents a small town in this world, you will have a maximum of 24 other players running around with you, but if it's instanced, that means there will be different players in different play sessions, and all of the answers about friends mean that you'll be able to switch easily to an instance where your friends are at. Other massively multiplayer games such as Guild Wars 2 and DC Universe use an instance system as well, and even World of Warcraft uses instances for some places. While you may never see 500 people in the middle of the town having a dance-off, which would be amazing but not at all fitting with the lore of a village of that size, you will see a variety of different players no matter where you go, and you'll be able to group up with old friends or make new ones as you explore that world. Number 4. Okay, this one has been around for a while, and although it's much more rare than the others, it seems persistent, and I think it's important to settle it once and for all. I've seen multiple videos and comments over time suggesting that you can romance underage characters and Palia, and Kenyatta seems to be the focus of that. Unfortunately, the narrative lead for Palia did describe the mayor's daughter as
kind of a rebellious teenager.
And I think that may have been part of the problem. This may be a description of her attitude more than anything else, or she might be 19, but the information for the character has always described her as a young adult, as in an adult who is younger, not like the genre of literature that's mostly targeted at teens. And while she is working with her mother, they've given some indication that she hasn't chosen her path yet or life calling. It's a bit like she's in a gap year before college. Either way, she's not a minor, or a minor like Hodari, and that's that. She still follows the trend, however, of romanceable options being on the younger side. I'm sure it probably fits their target demographic better, and makes sense as many of the older adults are married and have kids and jobs and are less worried about romance, but I'd love to see someone like Ashura or Sifu on that list from the beginning. Number 5. This one is a doozy, and I'm bringing it up mainly just for laughs. Earlier this year, Singularity 6 released some information about NPCs and relationships you could have in the game, and a popular YouTuber mistook one word from an interview about it for meaning something completely different, and made a video about this misconception. Normally that wouldn't mean much, but as of the time of me saying this, that video has been seen 24,000 times, so I think it warrants a response. This guy saw that you can befriend NPCs in the world of Palia, but also that you can woo them. Wooing a person comes from the Middle and Old English words which mean to court someone with the intent to marry them. It's popularly been used as a term over the centuries to describe the more formal act of flirting, basically, and extends from a time where you would write letters and kiss hands and do all of that courtship ritual. Unfortunately, our YouTuber friend thought it was the term woohoo from The Sims, which is their family-friendly term for an intimate physical relationship. Because of misreading this one word, they thought that Singularity 6 was adding some kind of simulation, cutscene, or gameplay of those intimate acts into their cozy lifestyle game. And let's be perfectly clear, woohoo in The Sims has never been referred to as wooing, and a Google search reveals no instances of people using the term interchangeably or getting them confused. I was surprised to find them bring it up again in a recent video, so I guess they still think it will be in there, and honestly I feel kind of bad that they'll be so sorely disappointed when they discover that relationships in Palia only advance through dialogue and gift giving, and nothing further. And so that's it, my top 5 misconceptions about Palia. Is there something you've heard that you're not sure if it's true or not? Leave it in the comments below and I will try to respond if I can. And as always, have a great day.